Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I want to go over my new Phantom Shogun 25 team. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh, some of my teams might not be working, or I need a better team for Phantom 25 after the recent update. So I quickly jumped on this. I mean, I wasn't farming 25 before. I was doing 24. I was doing it in about 15 seconds with double nut. However, obviously we know 25 is super important now. So I'm going to go over my team. I saw this from a clanmate of mine that he had a successful working team. And the most attractive thing about this team is that it's using champions that I already used. They're already geared. They're used in their other areas already. So that was very appealing to me. So let's jump into what this team is that I'm talking about. All right, so this is the team that I'm using right now. It's incredibly consistent, 100% success rate so far. I'll show you guys the breakdown of the runs that I was doing, but here is the team overview. And I'll go over some things that I've noticed that you guys should probably pay attention to. So I'll go over team setup right now, actually. So the team setup, Shogun 25. So first of all, we got the Narhorn here. He's rare. 173, there are some ranges to this team that I found. 173 works, 174 works. The most important thing about this is that Narhorn has the highest crit damage, so he is targeted by the Shogun right away. So that's one of the key points. He does need to be tanky to withstand one hit, and he does need to be able to withstand the hit even if it's critical. So on 25, Shogun does have increased higher than normal crit rate, so he will crit against you relatively often, and he is a positive affinity against Narhorn. So your Narhorn needs to actually be able to take a hit. From my testing, 70k HP, 2k defense with this blessing was not enough. So you're looking for, this blessing won't help you against the first initial hit anyway. So 72, 2.6, this was enough. And this was the stat amount that I used to run my bigger chunk of energy. Like I said, 173 speed, 174 speed works. He doesn't need any special sets or anything. So that's the important thing. This is my Cold Heart. She's 223. I use her in my Iron Twins team as well. There's probably a range here as well. I think 223, 224, 225 work as well. You want her with good crit damage so that her A1s do additional damage to the boss. Obviously, you want your Heartseekers to be maxed, 10% of the boss's HP, of course. Survivability is not important for this build. For her, accuracy is not important, so you don't need that. Painkeeper, this is a Painkeeper I use for my Iron Twins. So you guys see how this is really nice for especially free to play, limited resources. You want to just be efficient as possible with whatever champions you have. So this is the Painkeeper, one of the Painkeepers I use for my Iron Twins. 250, every other stat doesn't matter. If you want to give him damage, sure, but he's not going to be doing tons of damage anyways. Here's my Emic 271. Same Emic that I use in my Iron Twins team as well. 271, there is a range. So you can go 271, you can go 272. And he doesn't need any special sets or anything. Little bit of tankiness is fine. He doesn't need these insane stats or anything. 70k HP is probably totally fine. Just hit the speeds. Finally, I'm using Ninja, which is my DPS. You don't need Ninja. However, he does this extremely well. One, he's a legendary so he can land Brimstone, which helps speed up the fight considerably. He uses accuracy already in his HP burn. You need accuracy to land Brimstone and his HP burn, of course. You want him to be slightly faster than your Painkeeper, so he activates his damage dealing skill first, and then the Painkeeper will reset, for example. 600 accuracy, I believe, is the minimum you probably want against this boss. Gear sets are not relevant. I have him in damage, but it's, his damage is not super relevant. We'll go over the individual gear pieces and everything afterwards, and masteries afterwards. Okay. As for blessings, you're looking for damage dealing or mitigating. Brimstone is going to be key. If you have Brimstone on Emic or Ninja, that's going to be very good. Phantom Touch works very well on the rares, and then the additional stat boost from the blessing on Gnarhorn helps him survive the first hit. So that's kind of what you're looking for here. And in terms of overall blessings on champions, best case scenario, you probably want them with at least a couple stars each. Having the 5-star on cohort definitely helps. However, you can kind of tell from the run it's not 100% necessary. It seems like it still runs quite okay without it, but we'll go over a run here and you guys can see how it goes. So Gnarhorn takes the hit. Yeah, so he does 2 quick hail burns. And you notice that basically the unkillable keeps going between Emic and Gnarhorn. Yep, so he'll be unkillable after the first hit. And you notice that the shade counter doesn't really get into any kind of danger zone. So the blessings I have on them seem to work quite well. And we never get, his shade counter never gets into the danger zone here. So 43 seconds, that's a really fast run for me. My best has been 41 seconds, which was really, really good. I'll show you guys what I was running with earlier today. I did 100 runs just to test this team out. I went 100 for 100, so it's literally a 100% run. I picked up 12 of the new powders, which is just horrendous. And then these are my rewards that I picked up. So here is more of a at a glance for my team. It doesn't seem to capture the Gnarhorn HP properly for some reason. My Gnarhorn is 72,000 HP. It's not 65. And my Ninja is 251 as opposed to 250, and it's 606 accuracy. It's a little bit off. It's probably just like when it was captured. But yeah, so basically this is what you can expect. About 41 seconds. We can go over it again real quick here. Sorry, I had to pick up some energy, but we'll go over it again. We can go over it at 1 time speed. So Gnarhorn takes the hit. So this is what it looks like when he gets non-crit. Non-crit, my Gnarhorn loses about half-life. When he crits, he gets down to about 2 or 3 bars. So that's kind of what you're looking at. So Ninja goes first. He's going to slam him, and then the reset, and then the Heartseeker comes. I'm not sure if you can get the heart. I'm not sure if you can get the Cold Heart faster than the Painkeeper, so you can benefit from the reset. Maybe there is a tune that works like that, but I wasn't able to figure it out. Okay, so we're just going to be cycling back and forth between Emic and Gnarhorn and their unkillables, all the while trying to get back to our main damage dealing abilities, Heartseeker and the Hailburn. So let's speed it back up. Having the blessings help keep him down, but I think you could probably get away with less. Like my Cold Heart is 5, and then the rest are about 2. My Gnarhorn I think is 3, but you can probably get away with less, and Emic has none. So it's definitely a very blessing friendly comp. There you go. The Brimstone really helps. So if you have Brimstone, stick it on Ninja really helps. Ninja is a DPS. You can sub out Ninja for another DPS. Obviously check the speeds, but it's just going to probably speed up the lengthen the run just because Ninja is so efficient at killing this boss. Also, a legendary would be helpful just to land the Brimstone. If you have a legendary on Emic, Brimstone on Emic, that might help, but he doesn't really do too many hits, so it's not going to be as easy to apply Brimstone. So let's jump into the team and I'll show you guys the gear pieces. All right, guys, so here it is. Here's my Ninja. Broken pieces, nothing super special. If you have refresh gear, it actually does help because he does have 1 or 2 turns where he is not using his Hailburn. So having refresh pieces help. These are my masteries on him. I have him down to War Master. Obviously a little bit extra damage really helps. He's probably going to be full HP more often than not, so I ended up taking Heart of Glory and a bit of Life Drinker. These are not necessary, of course. For support, you know, you go down to Cycle of Magic, you get an extra chance at your Hailburn, extension of Hailburn. This one is for his A1 decreased defense, but it's not going to be worth that much. It's not going to be that much value on this ninja here. So that's my ninja. Like I said, Brimstone Blessing. So Emic, this is the same Emic I use for my Iron Twins. If you have regeneration on Emic, he makes the Iron Twins a lot easier if you don't have Geomancer. But since I have Geomancer on the same team, I don't need regeneration. He has really good stats, like he has high stats, right? But you can probably definitely get away with much less if you're running him in Shogun only, for example. If you have Brimstone, that's fine, but then that means you need accuracy, which you probably won't be able to get on Emic. So no blessing needed for Emic. Masteries, I have no masteries. So that's about it. These are the survivability masteries. So against the Iron Twins that I use. And then that's about it. So you very low investment, of course, fully booked. You need the cooldowns on the unkillable. Here's my cool heart, broken sets, refresh to try to get Heartseeker back. Phantom Touch for blessing choice, and then Giant Slayer for the tier 6 damage mastery here. All right. Gnarhorn, here's my Gnarhorn broken sets. You don't need healing or anything like that. You just need enough stats to survive the first hit. Okay, so this one gives you extra HP, less damage from each subsequent hit. Of course, the first hit is just one hit, so it's not going to help you that much there. I believe if you have reaction gear, I believe reaction will help, because reaction will be able to help you cut a little bit off. 25% chance to change the critical hit into normal hit. So that actually might be helpful for somebody like Gnarhorn if you guys have it available to you. Masteries, I have none, so no need for masteries on him. For my Painkeeper, I'll show you guys my Painkeeper here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so my Painkeeper here, just broken pieces. Make sure you guys hit the proper speeds. Mastery, I have her in War Master, so a couple extra War Master hits, and then Phantom Touch for some extra damage as well. So honestly, it's pretty free to play friendly, I would say. If you have these champions, you're probably using them in other areas as well. You don't necessarily need Ninja. You could use somebody else, ideally Magic Force or Void. You don't want to use a Spirit champion because you don't want a weak hit against this boss, because they're going to gain those shade stacks and you're going to probably get blasted. But yeah, hopefully I explained this comp well enough. Like I said, it's super consistent, 100% so far for me. 40, 45, 50 seconds, depending on the procs, War Master procs, Giant Slayer, and Phantom Touch procs, and Brimstone, of course. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys have figured out a team for yourselves. If not, hopefully this video has helped you guys out. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.